homeschool supplies organized is an important way to keep your homeschool simple, efficient, and stress-free. In this video, we are going to give you some helpful tips to keep your homeschool organized. Welcome to Kids Learning for Life. That's Jenny.
That's Stacey.
And we're two homeschooling moms. We're here to help families teach kids the joy of learning.
Because learning doesn't happen just during school, it happens throughout life. When I Google homeschool, organization is one of the first suggestions that comes up, which means that this is something that many homeschoolers struggle with, us included.
Homeschool organization might seem daunting, especially if you're drowning in curriculum, books, and craft supplies. But keeping your homeschool supplies organized will help keep your already busy day so much easier.
One way to declutter your space is to use storage bins effectively. If you're short on storage space, try using flat plastic bins to store items that you don't have to access every day. These bins can fit stacked on shelves or under beds. And since a lot of homeschool supplies are books, they fit really well in there, but you can really use these bins for almost anything.
Now, what do you do with the items you need to use on a regular basis? It's helpful to keep these items easily accessible so that you can just pick them up and start homeschooling every single day. Otherwise, you'll end up spending learning time running around looking for everything that you need to teach that day.
Some families have a special bookshelf that has shelves and cubbies for storage. You can create sections based on subject or grade level so that your children can grab what they need when they need it. You can also use items like baskets to store odd-shaped items like arts and crafts. This is a great option if you have the space and budget, and if you have multiple children that all need a space to house their curriculum.
You could also try using a binder system. A simple way to use binders is to have one binder for each child and then have dividers for each subject within each binder. This is a nice way to help teach children about organization and being organized for themselves, and it also allows you easy access to their completed assignments or assignments that are still a work in progress. Binders are probably best used for children in third grades and up, only because Jenny and I have both used it with our younger children, and we weren't really satisfied with the results. Papers would get into the wrong folders, and it would just take too long for kids to put their stuff away.
Others have a color-coded folder system in which they keep different worksheets and printables for different subjects. I've seen examples online of people who have a hanging folder organizer hanging on the back of a door in their house so that all the books and papers take up zero space in their home. This works great if you use mostly workbooks and printables, and if your kids don't necessarily need to access these items on their own because they might be too tall for them to reach. You can also use the folder system in a file cabinet if you have one.
You also might want to consider taking a more minimalist approach to your homeschool. You want to be intentional about what items you're purchasing so that you only have materials that you're actually going to use. In my homeschool journey, I do try to take some of the minimalist tips to keep my homeschool organized, because if I have less stuff, there's less to organize. This all might seem like common sense, but we know from experience how exciting it is to shop for new curriculum and want to try something new. But you really want to take a look at what you actually need. One YouTuber that I found super helpful with a family and staying as minimalist as possible is The Minimal Mom. I'll be sure to put a link to her channel if this interests you at all.
One habit you might want to get into is getting rid of the supplies that you just don't use. Choose a time at least once per year, maybe in June at the end of the traditional school year, to get rid of any items that you just didn't use this past school year and don't anticipate using in future school years. You can sell these items within homeschool groups that you're a part of, or you can donate them. Libraries, used bookstores, and thrift stores will usually welcome any homeschool donations with open arms. I love doing this because then I know that the curriculum that I used to use will be used by a family who might need it more. How you decide to organize your homeschool really just depends on how you homeschool and how your house is laid out. If you want to have an idea on how we organize our homeschool rooms in very different living spaces, check out our homeschool tour videos that we have just recently posted. Do you have any unique or unusual storage ideas? Let us know in the comments below. And if you like this video, be sure to like and subscribe to see more homeschool videos just like this one. See you next time!